ChatGPT has no soul, but you can give it one. Most people use ChatGPT the wrong way. They get generic results because they don't give it the one thing that it truly needs: soul data. And what is soul data? It is the core of who you are, your identity, your values, and your vision. And when you give ChatGPT this, your results go from surface level to world class. And let me show you exactly what I mean. And by the way, if you vibe with this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So there are 4 pieces of soul data that I've given ChatGPT to create world-class results. The first one is my declarations, my I am statements. These are the statements that I speak, see, and feel every single day that creates the identity of who I am. And you can even look at how I framed this prompt. It says, I want you to remember something very important about me: my identity, my essence, my soul, and the depth of who I am. My I am declarations that I speak, see, and feel every single morning. And then at the end here, I say, please respond with "got it, dog," if we are good and you put it into memory. Because what is super important for you and I is that ChatGPT remembers this because it embodies your soul into who it is. Boom, it says memory updated, got it, dog. And of course, I put "got it, dog" so that we can all laugh and have fun with this. The second piece of soul data that I put in there is I have a practice where I write down one thing I value about myself every single day. And this is a practice that I picked up that plants seeds of value and self-belief in myself, because the world is constantly shooting arrows of fear, judgment, self-limiting belief, and trying to tear each other down. But guess what? This practice lifts me up and gets into my mindset, my heart set, the identity of who I truly am, my real value. So you can see here from the way I look to serve others that I don't know, the value I have in a great book, my kindness towards others, especially in random or unexpected situations, the energy I create on first calls with people, how I wake up with good vibes, my certainty, my happiness, the way I compliment others. Look at these little nuanced inches of the things that I am giving ChatGPT. Once again, my soul data. And right now I added in there, I've done this 163 times, one day at a time. Once again, same prompt. Please respond with "got it, dog," if we're good, commit it to memory. Boom, it adds it in there. Now for the third piece of soul data that I give it. And these are my 2025 goals. And every year I speak my goals on camera. And as part of the process, I write them down so that I'm super clear and I can deliver them. Because when you're clear on what you want to create in your life and with your goals, it becomes a lot easier to bring them to life. So same thing, same prompt here, just adding in my 2025 goals in all areas of my life. My dream is transcendent. I live a life full of meaning, create a new level for my business. My word of the year is fearless. 9 outcomes for historic 2025. You see how wrapped up into my vision and how specific and clear this is? Man, let's give this heart, this soul, this vision to ChatGPT, because when you do, your results are going to be so world-class, which we will all see when you do this. Boom, driving down into my mindset for historic 2025, for my son, for my wife, for my well-being. Boom, once again, same process, respond with "got it, dog." And then the number 4 thing that I put in there for my soul data is my 8 core values that are foundational to who I am. And these resonate in all I do. And once again, this is me. This is my foundation. So we got Radiate positivity, always learning, extreme ownership, yes and, live in action, be relentless, do what's right, and talk with candor. When someone does business with me, they know exactly who I am and what to expect because these are my core values. Once again, same process, respond with "got it, dog," puts it into memory. And this soul data isn't just words. They train ChatGPT to reflect the highest version of yourself. And it's not just who you are, your identity, but it's also got your vision wrapped into it. That way you're actively creating where you are going. And as you saw in each instance, what I did is I just created a brand new thread where I'm just committing each of these pieces of soul data to memory. Because once you do, it'll create better results. So let's take a quick step backwards on this and address a few important things. Number one, my philosophy for how I use AI and ChatGPT. I take a human-first approach to using AI. Remember this thing that I'm about to say for the rest of your life in using AI. There is one thing that ChatGPT and AI does not have: soul, S-O-U-L. So your ability to infuse your identity into it is what makes it so powerful, because most people rely on ChatGPT just to do all of the thinking for them. But we as high performers, we use it to amplify who we already are. And it's all about, once again, getting the results that reflect your highest self and your vision and where you're going. Because you and I, we are each ones of ones, so let's create one of one results. Number two, the problem. Why most people get generic results. If you treat ChatGPT like an average assistant, you're going to get average answers. Garbage in, garbage out, gold in, gold out. So if you raise your standard, ChatGPT can become an accelerator for your greatness by giving it this soul data. So what we want to do is train it to reflect the best in you, your heart, your soul, your vision, and that mindset. Because number three, let's talk about the edge that this creates and why this is a separator for high performers. Because people who figure out how to use ChatGPT with depth and alignment and intention will operate on a different level. And what I'm sharing here is a playbook for high performers on how to use ChatGPT to work for your vision. This is making sure that ChatGPT reflects not only where you are right now, but where you are going, thinking and creating from an elevated place. Because this is super important. Most people don't even have the data that I just shared with you in terms of the 4 pieces of soul data. Hopefully you do. But if you don't, I've got good news for you. Because let's wrap this bad boy up and get to the call to action. Here's what I want you to do today. I want you to feed ChatGPT your values, your declarations, your vision, or anything related to your identity, your mindset, your heart set, where when you think about what is that soul inside of you, you give that and you share it and you have ChatGPT commit it to memory. Because when you create these documents, if you have not done that before, they will become foundational for you and your business for the rest of your life. And what I want you to do is to watch as the responses that ChatGPT gives you immediately change. You will go from average to world-class instantly. And if you want ChatGPT to help you at the highest level, you have to show up with clarity, depth, and intention. This doesn't have to be hard. Just follow what I shared there, put in your own version of soul data, and watch the magic that ends up getting created. And if this video vibed with you, then show me some love. Give me a like, a comment, or a share. Or if you're someone who is ready to have a transformational conversation, send me a message at Rob Cressy and let's chat.